Hi children, good morning. In yesterday's class, you learned about how the puberty, this all we had discussed yesterday's class, right? And today's class, we are going to discuss about the endocrine glands. Before knowing about endocrine glands, you do one small activity, children. You just take your notebook and make two columns in a tabular column. First column, you write about your strengths. Write the heading as my strengths. Your strength, you are good at, what you are good at. And the next column, write about your weakness. In what way, in what topics, in what point of view you feel yourself low. So these two columns, fill it, and you also take the same information from your youngers or your elders and preserve that. What you are supposed to do, I'll explain you. At the end of the lesson, you will come to know what you are going to do with that activity. So our today's topic is about endocrine glands. Endocrine glands means the glands which are secreting the hormones. You learnt about the digestive, exocrine glands you learned, enzymes you learned. In digestive system, how different enzymes are produced and how they are helping in digestion process you learned. So exocrine glands are having some ducts to send their products into the target site, into the particular place where they are supposed to work. Whereas in endocrine glands, they are not having any type of ducts. They directly from the glands, their secretions are released into the bloodstream directly. They don't have any duct. That's why we can also call them as ductless glands. Endocrine glands are also called as ductless glands. And what are these ductless glands are producing? They produce hormones in your body. Yesterday when you learnt about changes in puberty, at puberty stage, what changes occur in a body we discussed. So these changes are occurring because of the hormones produced in your body. So these hormones are chemical substances. They need in very less quantities to our body, but they are very essential to our body. They need in minute quantities, but if they lack, they are going to create affecting your growth or affecting in different metabolic activities where they are located. This all we are going to discuss now. Now you see, this is the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is located in the brain. This is the brain structure. So near to the brain, this is also cerebrum is also a part of brain. Cerebellum is also part of the brain, and medulla oblongata, this part, this is also connected to the brain, and a P-shaped gland is present. This is known as pituitary gland. The size of the pituitary gland is very small and it controls all other endocrine glands. That's why it is also called as master of endocrine glands. and it secretes a hormone known as pituitary hormone. The hormone is secreted from the pituitary gland is known as pituitary hormone. Pituitary hormone regulates the activity of testes and ovaries. Testes in male body release the sperms. This we discussed in reproductive lesson. The hormone is released from the testes called as testosterone. To release the testosterone, testes should be active. So that activation is done by pituitary gland. And in ovaries also release some hormones called as estrogen and progesterone. Two hormones are released from ovaries. This also we discussed in reproductive lesson. So to release the estrogen and progesterone, pituitary gland activates the ovaries and make to release these hormones. So it's helping to trigger the other endocrine glands. To trigger the mechanism of other endocrine glands. To make the other endocrine glands active, the pituitary hormone is helping. Suppose if the pituitary hormone is secreting in less quantities in human body, then it causes for a disease called as dwarfism. People cannot grow according to their height. Their height will be reduced and they will become short people because of less release. Dwarfism and gigantism. So the pituitary hormone in the brain is releasing. Pituitary hormone is released by pituitary gland. If the hormone is secreting very less in the body, it causes for dwarfism, and you can see the picture of dwarf child. They cannot grow according to their age of height. Suppose if the pituitary hormone is released more in any body, then the people grow in their height. Too tall they'll grow, and this disease name is gigantism. You can see in the picture a gigant person and a dwarf person. So the pituitary hormone which is in the brain release this pituitary hormone. This is the pituitary gland. So this is one of the endocrine gland which is directly releasing its hormone into bloodstream. Now another endocrine gland which is located in our neck near to your larynx. You learnt in your respiratory system the trachea. Above the trachea, larynx is present, the voice box. So just below that larynx and above the trachea, an endocrine gland is present. That's known as thyroid gland. So thyroid gland secretes a hormone known as thyroxine. So thyroxine is secreted from thyroid gland. It regulates the metabolic activities in human body. Suppose and also iodine is very essential for the production of thyroxine from thyroid gland. So the dietary items, the food items which we are eating should consist of iodine. Before our rock salt have lot amount of iodine, but nowadays we are using instead of rock salt the common salt we are using. So better to use rock salt instead of the common salt, the salt which we are using nowadays. So the rock salt is rich, having high amount of iodine, which is useful for the production of thyroxine from thyroid gland. Even this thyroxine is taking an important role in life cycle of frog. You learnt the metamorphosis process, you learnt where the tadpole is changing into adult frog, and the tadpole, the early stages of frog will never appear like their adults. To develop into an adult frog, they are undergoing for the process of metamorphosis. There a hormone is released in frog's body that's also called as thyroxine. So thyroxine hormone from thyroid gland is also released in frog and other animals which are undergoing for metamorphosis process. Even the butterfly and some insects undergoes for metamorphosis. And what effects it shows in human body? When it release more amount of thyroxine, less amount of thyroxine. When it release more amount of thyroxine, it causes for hyperthyroidism. Hyperthyroidism, the symptoms for this hyperthyroidism is people become obese and they cannot do more work. They feel tired. For doing very less work, they feel tired. They feel lazy for doing the work, and so drowsy and sleepy symptoms appears in hyperthyroidism. In case if it is secreted in low amount, then hypothyroidism. And the symptoms for hypothyroidism, people become very lean in their structure and they feel fatigued and they lose their appetite. These are the common symptoms for hypothyroidism. So to make this thyroid gland too active and necessary amount of thyroxine to release, we should see the proper amount of iodine in our dietary items. So now we discussed about two types of endocrine glands and their secretions, what they are secreting, how they are affecting in our body. And the third type of endocrine gland is adrenal gland. Adrenal gland is located above the kidneys. You know, you learnt in excretory system, two kidneys are located at pelvis region, backside of our body. So on these kidneys, a cap-like structure present. This is known as adrenal gland. So adrenal gland secretes a hormone called as adrenaline hormone. So the hormones are directly released into the bloodstream. They don't have any ducts, so they are also called as ductless glands. This just now we discussed this. So adrenaline hormone, if secreted more in the body, then the people cannot control their feelings, their emotions. They'll be ready to go for any extent. Physically, they'll be ready to fight for the people at any extent. What they are willing, they wanted to do compulsory. Opposite to this is when adrenaline hormone is secreted in less amount in any person's body, that causes to fear a lot. For the situations, he won't be ready to take a decision. He wanted to escape from the situation. So that situation is also called as flight hormone. He run away from the problem. He wants to run away from the problem. Fight hormone is they'll be ready to face any sort of problem which occurring in day-to-day life. And for example, if you see, when people are watching a movie, when a hero is beating the villain, these people whose body is secreting more adrenaline gland, more adrenaline hormone, they too will do the same action what that hero is doing. That means their hormone is at high level in their body and they are feeling that situation as they feel that they are only going to beat that villain. They themselves imagine in place of hero. So that's why this adrenaline hormone is also known as flight or fight hormone. Fight or flight hormone. When it is secreted more, it is fight hormone. When it is secreted less, it is flight hormone. Understood, children? And then your pancreas. You learnt about pancreas even in the digestive system. In digestive system, you learnt pancreas as exocrine gland, a duct which have the duct glands. Duct glands are exocrine gland. There you learnt that pancreas are releasing enzymes into the small intestine like trypsin, lipase. These enzymes which are helping to convert proteins into peptones and fats into fatty acids, and lipase is helping to convert fats into fatty acids. This all you learnt. The different hormones are released from the pancreas you learnt. So in that case, in digestion process case, it's acting as exocrine gland or duct gland. And even it's playing a dual role. It is pancreas are also acting like endocrine gland because they are releasing a hormone called insulin. The pancreas are releasing a hormone known as insulin. A scientist named as Langerhans found some spots, some islets in pancreas, and he told that these islets are releasing the insulin hormone. He proved first time. That's why these islets are also known as islets of Langerhans. So these islets of Langerhans acting as endocrine gland and helping to release the insulin hormone. So this insulin send the glucose into cells, different cells of the body. When the glucose enters into the cell, it burns with the help of oxygen and release the energy. So insulin is helping to send glucose into the cells and to release the energy. If this hormone is not secreted, if insulin is not secreted in proper amount in body, then glucose level will increase in blood. So this leads to a disease called as diabetes. It leads to a disease known as diabetes. Diabetes mellitus, diabetes insipidus. When glucose level increases in blood, When glucose level increases in urine, these two types of diseases people are getting. So pancreas are acting exo and endocrine glands. And you know the testis in male body releasing a hormone, endocrine gland. Testis is also acting like endocrine gland and also reproductive organ. It releases a hormone called as testosterone, and this we already discussed. So finally, the hormones are helping you to keep your emotions in control, to develop your physical, not only physical growth, your mental development also related with your hormones. Any problem solving, any critical thinking, these all, any problem solving situation, any problem comes at the time of puberty, at the time of hormones, when you have the hormone levels are increased more, estrogen, progesterone hormone levels at certain age they are produced in high amount. So at that time you can sort out any type of problem. So your mental health, your physical health, all are related with your endocrine glands and the hormones which are secreted in your body. Your normal feelings are also under the control of your hormones. So you should analyze what type of hormones are released, what way you are behaving, whether that behavior is. Now once we'll see the testosterone hormone which is released from the testes, which causes to develop the secondary sex characters in male and also to develop the male reproductive organs. Testosterone is helping. So the production along with age, you can see in this diagram how the testosterone hormone production will be at the age of 20 completely, 30, and the reduction of testosterone hormone is shown in this picture up to the 90 years how much it reduced you can see. So at the time of puberty and up to middle age and up to 60-50 years, the testosterone production you can observe in the diagram. And in the same way, estrogen are also, which is released from the ovaries and caused to develop the secondary sex characters in female body and also to develop the sex organs in female body. Estrogen hormone is helping. Along with estrogen, progesterone is also released from ovaries. These two are under the control of pituitary gland. Just beginning of the class we discussed. And you can see in the pictures how this estrogen hormone, secretion of estrogen hormone reduces. Releasing of estrogen hormone, how it is regulated, how it is released according to the age you can see in the picture. Estrogen hormone releasing will be at 40 years, more amount of estrogen is released, and even 20 years, 30 years, and it is reduced when the organism or the female body reach to 90 years, the amount of estrogen production is reduced. So these are the different endocrine glands which are taking an important role in our body. And in the beginning of the class, I told you to do one activity, to make a tabular column and write about your strengths and your weaknesses. So you find out what are your weaknesses and what areas you are so strong. This activity will help you to develop your self-confidence and self-esteem. So wherever you are weak, whatever your weak points, whatever your strengths, you can analyze by this activity. You can share with your elders and youngers by comparing your results. and where you need to improve according to your points. In that areas you can focus and develop. So your today's homework, children, write about any 3 types of endocrine glands or else write about the pituitary hormone, thyroid hormone, thyroid gland, pituitary gland. Write about pituitary gland, thyroid gland and adrenal gland. Write about pituitary gland, thyroid gland and adrenal gland. This is your today's homework, children. And in tomorrow's class, we'll discuss about sex determination. How to identify an unborn baby sex. That we'll discuss in tomorrow's class.